Mr. Samurai.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own?
Just because he's got a vision. You're thinking too hard about this, Paimon.
Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
Who the heck is Kurosawa?
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
Haven't you guys ran into someone without a vision yet? Maybe there's just not that many vision holders? I don't know.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai.
Harsh.
It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him?
Because he's a good guy, Paimon, and he's being judged for his memory loss.
Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
Good job, Paimon. Information gathering for the win.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to.
Jeez, this is the second time. Is the third one also gonna hit me too?
And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work.
What?
Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
Right?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Scary. Very scary.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now.
Poor guy's crying. Trust me, we believe you. We're trying to help.
To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth.
Let's go kick some treasure hoarder butt.
But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
What do we want? Treasure hoarder butt. What are we gonna do? We're gonna get it. Treasure hoarders. Why? Why does my game always do this when I switch out to John Lee?
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
Besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
Pillage and plunder for food? That's kind of anticlimactic and not that epic.
You demand, boss.
You demand. You guys are dorks.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson.
You got it, Paimon. I'ma kick some butt,
Another
and I'm
test.
enjoying
Solidified.
it.
Odds revealed. Shadows of fate.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know?
Don't care.
Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
We should have a third option that says this isn't the first time we've been asked, and we said no.
Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
It's so pretty. Oh, it's disappearing.
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside.
Might we acquire this box from you? Or shall we kill you this time?
I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
I still want to arrest you.
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Paimon, let's take the box and then arrest them.
Huh?
What the?
Porno Megs, is that what's in the box?
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Crazy.
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here.
Ew.
We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this.
Not good.
As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
No, Paimon, you're being too nice. We should destroy them now.
Yes, of course.
See, he agrees.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
I wanted to pillage and destroy the treasure hoarders. You wouldn't let me either. You're so cute. I would like to pet you so badly, but MiHoYo won't let me. Hi there. I'm here to collect.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something?
Yes, see, I've got this piece of paper that says I'm supposed to collect some Mora from you.
Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
Yeah, these papers.
Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Oh, I got that backwards. I thought you know. No. Sorry.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account.
Oh, he was feeding people out of his own pocket.
However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
Why did you let him do this? This is not normal business.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Such a good guy.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
When you are the middleman, people don't like you. The people above you hate you, and the people below you hate you. It's stupid. It's really, really dumb.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice.
Yeah.
If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed.
Yeah.
As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
One problem.
I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Oh, his sword is worth the amount of money for several weeks of groceries? That's really surprising.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now.
Ha.
I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell.
Sounds like you're trying to get the sword. You're going to legally take the sword as compensation for all those IOUs. You're just waiting and biding your time to get enough evidence against him.
In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think.
Yeah, really sounds like you're going to get a lawyer on him.
Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for.
Collections. You're gonna get collections on him, that's what it sounds like.
Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
No, we have no relation whatsoever.
But we didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree?
You're the one that messed up for asking payment after you gave the information. It's got no skin off my back.
Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
Absolutely not. You're a scalper, and I'm gonna tell everyone on Yelp that you're a scalper.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
Did you really take 2,000? I am never doing business at this shop again, Missy. What do you sell here? Yeah, no, I don't care. I'm boycotting your store. Hey, I found another thing. Yes, please.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left.
Aww. You didn't have to resort to that. It's gonna hurt you even more, dude.
It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often.
No! He is definitely not the person he was before.
Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand.
Unfortunately, I can't understand why you did it either.
But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so.
This is a loaded question, but mind if I have a look at your
This sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely.
Well, you're not supposed to be brandishing your sword in public, sir.
What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt.
Yeah.
Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice.
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all.
Your hands are so big, they don't fit your body, sir. You might need to get that looked at.
But what use of virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up.
We gotta find another way for you to feed these poor people without taking on the responsibility.
The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me.
I mean, that's the... have you ever heard the phrase double-edged sword? I know your sword is not double-edged, but, damned if you do, damned if you don't, but you gotta help these people, man. It's what your old self would do. We just gotta find a way for you to take charge without getting legally in trouble.
And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Welcome to being human. It's hard.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Tomo The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses.
I mean, sure they're made of money, but that's asking a lot. But yeah, he needs help.
In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah. Seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision.
You say fortunately. I have a feeling this could be a bad thing, though.
Let's go find the next poor soul.